So yesterday we did we did cement and its composition, and then we did class. What are the different types of classes, and how are they made? Hi Anna, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Um, let's try out 7.2 first, and then we will begin with polymer. Okay. Name the constituent metals for the following alloys. So some alloy names are given, such as lead, bronze, and brass. Can you tell me what materials they are made up of, or what other metals are used to make them? If you want, you can take a look and then tell me. Steel, bronze.
Is carbon and iron.
Hi Emma, good morning.
Hi, ma'am.
Iron and carbon.
Bronze is copper and tin.
Copper and tin. And brass is
Brass is copper and what's it?
Ma'am, copper and zinc.
yes, copper and zinc. Okay, Emma, Anna, please turn on your videos.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Anna, you too. Turn on the video.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, answer in one word we have. Name the non-metal which is essential for each and every organism.
Can I say?
Yes, Abraham.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Yes, very good. Oxygen is that non-metal which is essential for each and every organism. Then name the non-metal which is used in firecrackers. Emma. You are muted, Emma.
I don't remember.
You can look and tell me. You can check from the book and then you can say.
Okay, ma'am. But any chance was it like stones? Because inside the firecracker there are like small pebbles.
Small pebbles, then the ash-like thing is there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the ash-like thing that is
Ma'am,
there
is
in
it
the
carbon?
no, besides carbon, it is something. Let me
Hydrogen,
just
ma'am.
scroll and
Ma'am, is it hydrogen?
yes,
Is it hydrogen?
hydrogen. Hydrogen. No, I don't think that it is hydrogen.
Ma'am, is it gunpowder?
Gunpowder is used in some.
Okay, ma'am.
In
Hydrogen
some.
can also be used because it's hydrogen.
Hydrogen is used like yes, some of it, but the I'm like still not getting the name. Just let me see.
Ma'am, phosphorus. Ma'am, sodium.
I
Sulfur.
think it's uh
Ma'am,
I
is
think
it an
it's
element?
sulfur or sodium or something it is. Are you able to locate it in the textbook?
Ma'am, is it an element?
It might be that it is an element, probably. potassium nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur. Potassium it was potassium nitrate, sulfur also you can write, okay? Potassium nitrate or sulfur. Okay. Now, this is the black powder. Okay, this is a black or greenish something powder that is made up of a mixture of potassium nitrate, sulfur, and carbon. Okay, non-metal which is used to make pencil lead, and
The carbon, ma'am.
try again. Emma, Emma, do you know? It's called graphite. Okay. Now, what is the main constituent of glass? Abraham, main constituent that is there when glass is made. Silica. Okay. Silica is the major component of a glass. Anna, video on please. Can you all tell me one uses each of metals?
Ma'am,
Yes, Abraham.
in the second question, what is the non-metal used in firecrackers, ma'am? It can be rope.
Can be
Rope. ROPE.
rope. Is it the rope thing?
Hmm.
How can that be non-metal used to? Okay, it is used in some crackers as a tail. Okay, in rockets and all. Also, some crackers it's used to tie them together. But here, when they say non-metal, which is used in firecrackers, they mean the non-metal with which firecrackers are made. Okay, with which firecrackers are made. Okay. Now, can you all give me one uses of metals
Ma'am, for points.
for coins? For coins,
Ma'am, also to like build like some hard objects like wires.
wires. Yes. Abraham.
Ma'am, a use of metal can be like in devices
What
and
kind of devices?
such as a phone for the processing. Copper is laid out in the tracks of the PVC And also sometimes you will have gold in the phone.
Gold also in the form of in gold in what? What you said?
And sometimes you will even find a little bit of gold in the phone. If you may find, because gold is the best
It
conductor.
is it is pretty unlikely that you will find gold in
Ma'am,
the mobile phone.
ma'am, maybe not the mobile phone, but a computer first. Maybe not the mobile phone, but a computer has a more chance.
But still, it is unlikely for the computer also because gold is on its own it has a very high value. But for gold, you can write jewelry is made up of metals such as gold, silver. Okay, that we can write down. Anna, do you want to tell any use? Okay. When did cement get invented? Can you tell the date?
Ma'am, cement has been there for a long, long time.
Ma'am, there is gold in in laptops.
Okay.
Ma'am, maybe
Yes.
like cement was invented in like the 1800s.
Yes. 1800s. That is 1824. Okay.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes.
there is gold in like computers. For like Apple's version MacBook, it uses 10%, say a 90% silver and 10% a mixture of copper and gold for its MagSafe charger. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Can you hear me now? Yes. So your voice got cut off for me in the middle. So what you were saying, can you say it again? Like in Apple.
Ma'am, like in Apple, the product they sell, the MacBook, it contains 90% steel and 10% a mixture of copper and gold.
10% a mixture of copper and gold. Okay. I'll look more into it.
And
Okay.
the SIM cards that you use for getting Wi-Fi, they also contain gold.
Okay. Maybe a little percentage, maybe by some percent. So they are a mixture of metals, and that is those are all alloys. Even the coins are made up of alloys. Right now, the coins that we have are made up of alloys. They are not 100% pure metal, but mixture of various metals. But
Ma'am,
ancient coins, yes, Abraham,
ma'am, ma'am, it's mostly because a normal metal may become like it may become too, it may corrode or become
yes,
rusty.
yes, it may corrode, it may become rusty, it is very heavy. So all of those reasons are there. So like mixture only alloys are used now to make coins. Ancient times, pure metal coins were there, pure gold coins were there, pure silver coins were there. But people used to melt them and sell them. Like when these coins were introduced, suppose gold coin of 50 rupees is introduced. Okay. So instead of using it to pay 50 rupees, they used to melt it and obtain 100 rupees. They used to melt it and obtain 100 rupees. Why? Because the price of the gold was actually higher than the value that is printed on the coin. That is why we stopped using gold and silver for like public.
Ma'am,
Yes.
there is still a transfer of money that uses gold. Gold when you
Yeah.
stop because of because it's too big of a value and you cannot give somebody a small piece of gold because then it just get lost. So
Mhm.
a company invented gold backs. It's like an entire sheet of gold and you can use this money for transfer.
Yes, yes. We can use that money for transfer. That is true. We can also, if we want to invest in gold, or if we want to buy gold right now and then we want to sell it in future, there are gold coins, gold biscuits, small chips of gold that are there based on the weight, 2.5 grams, 5 grams, 10 grams, 20 grams, and so on. So you can keep it in the form of a biscuit, in the form of a chip, small, and then later on, when its price goes up, you can sell it to gain
Ma'am, I got
profit.
a good idea. Next time somebody's phone or any device dies, I'm gonna take the gold from their phone.
You are not going to find gold in its pure form in their phone. You will find an alloy. Okay, you're going to find an alloy. Now, write two uses of cement. Can you all give me one uses of cement quickly?
Make a building.
Make a building. Yes, Emma.
And to hold two objects together.
To hold two objects together. Yes. Anna. Are you able to turn on your mic, Anna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you tell a use of cement?
To fix things like bricks.
To fix things. Yes. To fix things such as bricks. Emma, please turn on your video. And Anna, you can keep it turned on. If it gets turned off, then you can turn it on again. Okay. Then there is polymer. What are polymers? Polymers are man-made materials. Okay, they are man-made materials, and things such as polythene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, Teflon are made up of the polymers. What are polymers? Polymers, poly, if you want to see its origin, it comes from two Greek words, poly, which means many, and mer means units or parts, many parts. What does this mean? So polymer is a material in which several units are joined together to make a big unit. Okay, several units are joined together to form a big unit. The units of polymer are joined together by chemical substances, just as many bogies, just as many bogies make the train together. Like a lot of bogies are there that are joined together by nuts and bolts, and then all together they form a train. Similarly, there is a chain of parts or chain of units that are joined together by chemical substances makes a polymer. Okay. Then cellulose, wool, and silk are some examples of natural polymers. Okay, cellulose is found in plant cells. Now, there are many polymers that are made by humans. Okay, this is you can mark this that what are some examples of natural polymer, what are some examples of man-made polymer. Natural polymer examples are cellulose, wool, and silk. Man-made polymer examples are polythene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, Teflon. Now, we use polymer substances every day. These polymers are made of different units. So let's learn about their unit. Now, polythene. The polythenes that we use are made up of ethylene or ethane units. So it is light, it is strong and flexible. It is used for packing of luggage, making bottles and distributing beverages. Okay, packing of things, making bottles and all, and distributing beverages. Then there is polyvinyl chloride. It contains vinyl chloride units. You can see, if you can see, thin means ethane. When you see vinyl is made up of vinyl. Then bottles, vinyl flooring, cable, sanitary pipe, raincoat, toys, solar shoes, etc. are made from polyvinyl chloride. Then there is polystyrene. Okay, you can see it in the name. Styrene is made up of a chemical called styrene. Okay, polystyrene is made up of a chemical called styrene, like the units of styrene. It is used for making packaging material and electricity insulated items. Then there is Teflon. Teflon is made up of tetrafluoroethylene. Okay, tetrafluoroethylene. It has a very high melting point, that is, more heating is required for melting. So, because of its strength and non-sticking property, it is used for making non-stick utensils, and electrical insulators. These are electrical insulators. Okay. Then polythene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, and Teflon. They are all known as thermoplastics. What are thermoplastics? Thermoplastics are those materials which can get deformed easily on heating and can be molded into the shape that we want them to. Okay, into a desired shape. So you can highlight this polythene polyvinyl chloride. The polystyrene and Teflon are known as thermoplastics because thermoplastics are those materials which get deformed easily on heating and can be molded into desirable shape. On the other hand, there are some plastics which once we mold them, they cannot be softened again by heating. Once we mold them, the shape is fixed. Then even if we heat them and try to mold them, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. These are known as thermosetting plastics. Okay, thermosetting means they are just set. Okay, thermosetting plastics. For example, we have bakelite and melamine. Okay, bakelite is used for making electrical switch, plugs, etc. And melamine is used for making the handles of a pressure cooker. Okay, they are once made, they cannot be bent or melted or molded by heating. Okay, understood what are thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, besides this, there
Yes, ma'am.
types. Okay. These many types of polymers are used to make fibers. So when we do the so you are going to study about it in the next level. Then we have soap and detergents. Do you know that soaps are mainly prepared by chemical reaction of naturally occurring oil or fat with sodium hydroxide? Naturally occurring oil and fats are obtained from animal fats and plant seeds. For example, palm oil and olive oil are obtained from plants. And these oil contains esters. When esters get hydrolyzed when added with sodium hydroxide, this hydrolysis gives sodium salt of acid present in the ester and glycerol. Sodium salt thus obtained is soap. Okay, so you can see the fats or oil when we add sodium hydroxide to it. So this process is known as hydrolysis. Hydrolysis. Okay. When hydrolysis takes place, two things are obtained, acid and glycerol. Okay. So this acid and glycerol is mainly the sodium salt. Mainly the sodium salt, that is our soap. Okay. It is a chemical reaction. Do you know that I once learned how to make a soap at home, and then I made a soap at home, right? Making a soap at home.
I got the kits to make.
Even I
You
made a
got,
soap at home, ma'am.
you too made a soap at home.
And even I've made.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. So when you do such things, you can share it with me or you can post it in the group, okay? I'd love to see your creativities and inventing things and making things. Okay.
Man, but the kit was boring. Like you didn't have to do it. You already had those soap bars, like soap slabs of glycer or something. Or I don't know what is the
Mhm.
chemical. You had to just put it
Mhm.
in a mold, crush it, put it into the mold, and let it go in the microwave. Something like that.
For me, it
Okay.
was we had to warm it in a jar and then put it in the mold.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Hmm. For me, it was the same. Anna, for you, how was it?
I had a kit so that they had the slabs of soap. I had to melt it. I can put fragrance and color and mix it
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way you want and put Dettol and stuff like that to make it to sanitize it. Then pour it in the
Mhm.
mold and I just put it in like the microwave or an oven or something I had.
Okay. Hmm. Never heard of putting Dettol in it, but yeah, I also bought soap base. That bars that we get are known as soap base. Then we melt it. We can add a desired color to it. We can add a fragrance. I used fragrance oils, and you can use fragrance oils for the smell. And then you also add powdered sugar to it for the. You didn't add sugar.
No,
Okay.
ma'am. The kit that I got was so simple. You just had to melt it. Melt it, add the fragrance, pour it in the mold, and let it set in the fridge. No sugar.
Yes. Okay. I added sugar because the sugar would give it a nice foam. Then we left it for some hours for setting, freezing, and then it became the soaps. So next time, share with me. Okay, I'd love to see your
And
makings.
now for my birthday just passed, so I got a like a tie-dye kit for the shorts.
Which kit?
The tie-dye kit.
Tie-dye kit. Okay, tie-dye is also a good thing, Emma. Definitely, you can try out tie-dye. Okay, it's like what is a tie-dye, Abraham? We take a cloth. Okay, it's basically dyeing of a cloth, and when we you can just take a cloth, take a shirt, and then when we from the center we just do it like this in a pattern. Okay, we just twist it until it becomes this. Then we tie it. We tie it like we can tie it like this pattern. Okay, or anything. We can tie it like this, and this. So when we add color droplets, like you can add here red, blue, green, yellow, and all of multicolor. Then when you put dye, then you leave it for some time. Then when you will open it, wash and open it, you will find out that the multicolor rainbow color shirt is there. Yes, so that is tie dye. We can tie it in different way, and then we can dye it how we want to. Double colors, single color, some designer prints or something. That is tie dye. Okay. Now, So usually the soap that we make at home is like different, but here it's like actual chemical process that is used. From the base, we like first obtain the sodium salt, okay, by mixing oil with sodium hydroxide, that is a hydrolysis process. Then acid and glycerol or sodium salt is obtained. Now, acids thus obtained have a long carbon chain. Okay, they have a long carbon chain. They consist of a long chain having 15 to 18 carbon atoms. Okay, they have 15 to 18 carbon atoms. If you use hard water, then soap will not make foams. Why? Because hard water contains salts of calcium and magnesium. When these salts react with soap, they form insoluble substances. Okay, because soap,
Um,
like soap has sodium salt. Yes, Abraham.
what is hard water? Like,
Hard water is a little different. It has, I think, more of the. Let me just tell you the exact components. Let me just tell you exact components. Yes, it has high content of calcium and magnesium. Okay, very high concentration of these dissolved minerals compared to normal water. So this can lead to issues such as soap and detergent problems, scale buildup, and also it has a bad impact on hair and skin too. Like on the people living in the areas with hard water, it's like not good for hair and skin. Hard water because it has very high content of calcium and magnesium dissolved in it.
ma'am,
Hmm.
when my father went to America, I think he had like like he was having baths with hard water, and then some of his hair started to fall.
Yes, hair fall happens.
Ma'am, what
Dandruff.
is hard water supposed to be?
It's like a
What?
water that is concentrated with calcium and magnesium in such a way that no more can be added.
Hmm. It is concentrated with calcium and magnesium, and it like soap also. Soap doesn't give a lot of foam when we use it in hard water, and also like the hair and the skin. It's also not good for that too. Once I remember I was in another city visiting a relative, visiting one of our relatives. They had hard water, and when I washed my hair with the water, it was all like sticky and dry something. So that is the effect. Like usually we when we do with soft water, when we shampoo and we wash our hair becomes soft. But with hard water, it becomes dry. It becomes sticky kinda. Okay, so that's how I came to know that it was like hard water that was there. Some places do have hard water, but mostly the soft water is there, normal water. So we will stop here. We will study more about its components, the detergent and all tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry, okay. Then we'll do fertilizers and pesticides. Maths test is there today. Please prepare. I'll send you all the paper. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, while I was last year, ma'am, while I was studying about soap for like the tests and all, I found a video that was really helpful, ma'am.
Okay.
How
Abraham, you
soap?
can put it in.
I already put
Okay.
it, ma'am. How soap works.
How soap works. Okay. We can watch this video together when we are going to meet in the next class.
Okay,
Okay?
ma'am.
Okay. Okay then. See you all. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Bye.